I'm recording now. So the first thing is privacy settings. As a Facebook coach, you'll want to probably have your privacy settings open so people can see you. Now, some people will say to me, well, I don't like the idea of that because anybody can see my my photographs, my children's pictures. I don't want my Facebook settings open. So there is a way to kind of counteract that or go around it. First of all, you put your settings, so password add account, you're looking for your privacy settings, which are here, and you'll want them public. So as you can see, anybody can see my posts. You can check your activity logs. You can limit your posts for those that have shared just for friends of friends, or you can open it up to the public. Who can send you friend requests? You'll want that set to everyone. Who can look you up using an email address? I'm actually going to show you that. Your email address is attached to your profile, so not only can people look you up according to your email address, but you can look people up. So phone number, and you want search engines outside of Facebook to link to your profile. So all those should be open. Now the other thing I want to talk about is security while we're in privacy settings and settings. Your privacy or your security settings, I've set it up so that I can log into any device anywhere as long as I have my phone with me. So nobody can hack my account, because if I'm logging in on a device that I don't usually log in, I have to have a code from the code generator on Facebook, which will appear on my phone, or you can also have other login approvals. It's your choice which way you want to do it. But like getting hacked, there's a couple ways you can kind of counteract that. That's a couple of them. Because as you get more public, more people will try and well, it doesn't, you don't have to be public. People try and hack other people's accounts all the time. I see it every day. So that's two things. So you can come and like login approvals, I have mine set to code generator, and then it comes up on my phone. I have to put it in before I can log on to a new computer. Once I've logged on once, I'm good. So like I have computers maybe at the school, my iPad, whatever, but if it's a brand new one, I need the code. So that's number two. Now, where we go to, I don't want people to see pictures of my kids, right? So if your profile's open, maybe you have photo albums that you don't want people to see. So when you log into photos, or you can restrict who sees it. So albums. When you go into your albums, there should be a little gray icon that you can, mine aren't really in albums, so, right, you see on the corner here, the little gray icon that I just clicked on? See if I click on it myself. So from this gray icon, I should, there, I can go in and change who gets to see those photos. So then I can, oh, I don't want to edit, change the audience. You can also download all of your pictures off Facebook, but right here, I should be able to change my audience, which I can't seem to do because, of course, I'm trying to show you how to do it. But right, that little icon will allow you to change the audience for each of the photos in that album. And that only allows me to delete it. So then you can change the privacy. In that sense, you can put only friends of friends or only family. So once your friends are organized, you can put them into different groups and then only allow certain one of them to see. I'm going to move a little faster. Does anybody have any questions before I go on? Not that I could know how to see any of your questions, but larger icons maybe. Oh, raised a hand. Rose, you have a question? Can I hear you if you unmute yourself?
Yeah. I was just wondering, would you suggest doing this over creating a whole new Facebook page?
Okay, I'm going to get to that. Most of us have a like page and a personal page. I actually get more traction on my personal page. I'm trying to shift it over, but I get more people that view my videos more. So it really depends. The next couple things I'm going to show you are going to allow you to show things to certain people without showing everyone. So I'm going to go to searches, right? Or actually, we're in the friends section. So let's go to the friends. Friends is a really big thing that as you're starting out, you'll want to organize. Now, I deliberately did not do anything with my recently added friends. So here are all the friends you might have. And then recently added, I have 25 people that were recently added. There's a trick on Facebook that so this is how a friend would appear on yours as well. There's a little thing called add another list. So you can organize them as a close friend and acquaintance, or you can add them to another list. Now, I have good friends, district school board, I have my high school, I have my hometown, I have family, and then I have some other groups here that you can see. I organize mine according to the month I met them. So I would put anybody now in February 2017. So she's in February 2017. If I know it's a Beachbody coach, they automatically go in the Beachbody group. So that way I can exclude them when I'm making a post, or I can include them and only mark it to them. So I'm going to show you, I missed February, I think there. So when you make a post in Facebook, so you can go, and I'll go back and do that for all 25 of those people that I've added in the last week or so. So when you make a post, this is where it's important. Let's say you don't want to be posting to all of your friends. You just want to post to certain, like my February 2017. I'll say, you know, a rough, okay, let's go rough. My computer's not liking doing two things at once. But once I've done my post, right here is the key factor, is the public little icon here. When I click on that, if it actually allows me to work at the same time as I talk, you click on the public icon right here. So most of your posts, if you put it public, it'll go to everyone on your friends. It'll also not only go to your friends, but your friends of friends will see it. That's where it comes up on the right-hand side. So you can just do it to your friends, or there's a little button here that says more options. So I can go to custom. So for example, if I go custom, I might want to exclude, so share with all of my friends. I can actually name only certain people tagged, and I can exclude a group. So I could put a group there. I don't want to share, for example, you don't want your boss to see it, they would be excluded. Or if you're doing a post about somebody's birthday, you could exclude them there. So if I can also go and share to the one group of people, for example, that I have from January, and post only to them. And I would just go post. The only thing you have to remember is the next time you come to Facebook, this will be on January 2017. So you'll need to change it. So this is a way of being able to post on Facebook about what you're doing without overwhelming your friends and family that may not be interested in it, in your journey. But for example, we have a coach, Darlene, who was telling me that she was getting negative comments about sharing all of her workouts. And I said, just tell them to unfriend you if they don't want to see what you're doing. It's not like you're doing something negative. And, posting once a day is not a big thing. And so she made this nice little post about, if you don't like what I'm doing, then please don't comment negatively. I want only positive vibes to help me out. And so that's what she did. But there's, she could, if she would found she was posting more and more often, that she could do this. So the next thing we're going to move into is, unless anyone has any questions, and I don't see this is a different setup from my iPad, so it's a change. So the next thing we're going to move into is the search button. So this search button can do amazing things. You can pretty much search anybody, anywhere, about anything. So you could go a non-friend who likes motorcycles and lives in Texas.
Okay.
So it'll bring up all the public posts. You can also, if you look up here, it'll bring up latest posts, people. So you can click on people and it'll bring up, oh, and they didn't find any friends. So let me change that to friends of friends who like, I might have been a little bit too specific, but most of the time. So there, it'll start bringing up posts from people, and you can actually do posted by anyone, and you'll find people that have posted, people who like motorcycles, people who live in Texas. They didn't find any. Okay. Friends of friends. Obviously, nobody likes motorcycles in Texas. So, friends of friends who live in Texas. So there, I get some of these obviously are Beachbody coaches, but you can also go to people. Well, they had some there. But you can also, friends who like, hold on. Friends of friends who like, I don't know, give me some ideas, who like Donald Trump. Good one. And they will suggest things as well. So some of these may be my friends, some of them are not, some of them are from close. So you could do friends in Toronto who are friends of friends in Toronto who like the Raptors. So you can see how you can get kind of in depth into targeting people that may be, or you can go to groups as well, right? In the sense of once you join a community, a group, then you may find people there who are more interested, but you want it to be things that you're interested in so you can have a conversation with these people. You're looking for people like you. So I would be looking, so you can see all the groups who come up of people who like the Toronto Raptors. Some of them are small groups, some of them are larger groups. It really depends. So you can also do a search of posts liked by, of course my computer's lagging. The other thing you can do in the search bar, for example, you can put in a person's email. If you have, like, if you're a coach who's getting free customers through Success Club or Rank, then you can put in the email. A lot of times I find people don't use their actual Facebook email for that, but sometimes I've connected with customers that way. So it brings up their email, and then I can connect with them, send them a friend request and a message. Now, the next thing that you can do, for example, let's say you want to be friends with someone, but you don't want to see all their posts. You can actually go to, sorry, I have someone calling and I can't answer right now. So you can actually go to the person and go where it says follow, and not unfriend them, but just unfollow them so that you're not getting all their posts all the time. My computer's lagging behind, as you can see. So you just go to the following button, go unfollow. And that doesn't mean you can't see what she's posting. It just means it won't pop up in your timeline first thing. So unfollow. You can also do the same thing for a post in your news feed. Let's say that you somebody tragically passed away and you made a comment, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Well, and then you get 300 notifications because everybody else is doing the same thing. You can just go to the post right here. For example, Leslie's. Go to the little arrow and don't unfollow Leslie, just go turn off notifications for this post. So that way you can just not get a million notifications. Where am I now? I'm on number 7. So unfollow. Any questions so far? No, perfect. I'm doing this for the newer coaches. I think most of the aged coaches, older coaches, know about the hidden inbox and the filtered messages, but I'm just going to show you in case you don't know. Right here in the corner, you don't see it as easily on your phone, but if you click on that on your computer, you'll see message requests. If you click on that, it'll bring up people who have messaged you, but you didn't get a notification about that. And beyond that, Facebook has also decided who, like, maybe you don't need to get these other requests. So there's a second filtered request, which is the filtered button there. And in my case, I know they're both there, so I check them every once in a while. And you can have message requests from a long time ago on both of them. So then we've already talked about organizing the friends list. The other thing I discovered the other day, and I don't know how many of you knew about it, was the fact that you can send files over Messenger, just like by email. So when you have Messenger on, let's see if I can get somebody's already popped up maybe. When you have Messenger on, I'm just going to go to Rose here. Right here, there's a little like paperclip button that you can use to attach a file, just like you would in an email. So when you click on it, it brings you to the file, and then I could send her a document. Okay, stay with free. So I can send her that document and she gets it. So for example, if you're sending, that was a meal plan, it's done, sent to her already. So, so the other thing, which would be a whole different call, is you can actually transfer your whole private profile into a like page. And your like page becomes your name, but you can transfer your whole, but it's a one-time kind of deal, and you lose your private profile, but it becomes all of your friends that you have become your likes on your like page. So that would, like I said, is a separate call, but that is something that can be done as well. Private profile. Does anybody use notes on Facebook? There's also a feature on Facebook that you can make blog-like entries, and they're called notes. And of course, I don't use them, but I discovered them the other day, and am I going to see them here? One of my friends uses them all the time, and she's got like a whole almost diary of notes. But that may, does anybody use them? Leslie or Steph?
No, I've never used them. I didn't know there was one. Is it on the left side there?
I think I found it the other day, and of course, those of you who've kind of followed my day, it's been a little crazy, so I should have written it down exactly where it was, and it should be, but I'll post it wherever it's supposed to be. And the other last thing that was on my list is, you know, let's say you're going through your, I've got actually two more things to talk about. Let's see, you're going through your newsfeed and you see an article, a movie, a recipe that's really great and you don't have time to post it right away. This little arrow here allows you to save the post. And then you can go back to your saved posts and look at them later. I do it all the time for recipes and stuff that I want to try or that I want to share later on. So let's say you see it, you save it. The other thing, some people want to turn off the birthday notifications. The more you talk to people on Facebook, whether it's through Messenger, through commenting on their posts, whether it's through saying happy birthday or sending them a private message. The more you do that, the more Facebook puts your stuff up for other people to see. Now, the other thing you should be trying to do is post things that people will comment on. So just interesting things that might have something relevant to you. Like, for example, if you go back in my timeline, I posted the pizza with the scorpions on it. And I'm like, would you eat this? Yes or no? And so the more people commenting on it, your next posts will get more engagement. So that's kind of the way to think about it. Today I posted this guy carrying 5 full water bottles. I was like, isn't that interesting, right? Like things that kind of engage other people. I thought there was something else. And one way to focus your time when you're on the computer. You've got your friends organized in lists. You can actually have those friends be the ones who pop up on your timeline. So if I go friends list, I can comment on just, for example, my February 2017 people. So I will see only posts by them. in my timeline, I will see only their posts. So then I can focus my energy on commenting on them. And so this will be just my February 2000. So if you see where I went to the left to friends list. And then so if you find you're scrolling Facebook and not really focused, all these other things are interfering with your energy, because you want to spend your time on Facebook using that time to help your business. So, and to make it valuable for the people that are following you. So you go on and you're commenting, and you'll get to know these people by seeing those posts. So you go to friends list, you click on the list you want to see, and you comment or look at what they're posting, right? So that is another way to focus your time. So did anyone have any questions as we stop share? That was a lot of info in a very small amount of time. I'm sorry for but
Oh, that was awesome, Suze. Thank you.
I don't know how much of it everybody knew. I will get more info again on the blog notes that you can use on Facebook, and maybe checking in the Jessie Reagan page to see if it's worthwhile using that or people just ignore it. And the hidden inbox, I don't know how much some of it you knew, some of it maybe you didn't know, but hope you learned something new.
We did, thank you. We'll have to get you to do another call, like when it's your turn again on the transferring.
Yeah. Well, that was something new too, because a lot of us are at the point where we can't kind of do that. But for some of the newer coaches, it might be worthwhile doing, or if you don't get any traction on your like page now, like maybe it'd be worthwhile for me to do it with the people I have that do follow me. Not sure. I'll do more research. So
thank you.
Yes, and my girl is okay. She's just probably has a concussion and an old cracked little fingery thing coming off her cervical. They figure it's an old crack, so from some other fall or incident. So
Oh, I'm glad she's okay.
oh yeah, God, it's hard when your kids love something so much that they're willing to risk their health and body to do it. But she could be skiing and break a collarbone or same kind of thing. So we're playing hockey and getting concussions. So
Yeah.
just happens to be a horse.
I'm glad she's okay.
Yeah, me too. So I didn't see the chat. Others okay.
Looks like everybody left it.
Do you join groups then make conversations? I join groups. I've joined Fitness for Teachers groups. I join motorcycles, motorcycle groups. I've joined new coach named Candace. She's not here. Yeah, new coach. We had a couple of them. We had Rose, and I have got a couple coaches that are on tonight too that haven't been on before. But yeah, joining groups that are focused on your interest. I've got a couple of leaving the nest groups. I've got, because my kids are very soon going to leave the nest. Those kinds of things that are kind of, we've got less than a minute left. So, but joining groups and making friends with people that are like you, because the reality is when you're, the goal is to help people, right? So you want to help people that are like you because you can relate to them. So joining people, fitness for people over 50, people over 40, people, whatever it is that your niche is, and that's something to discover. So, no other questions?
Amazing advice. Thank you.
Okay. We'll see you next week.
Have a good week.